Hello, I am Rajendran, and today we are going to talk about AutoCode AI and work. We're going to specifically talk about what we've done with AutoCode AI and how that's going to help organizations of all sizes in developing custom applications and processes very, very quickly. AutoCode AI is an enterprise business operations platform that we have developed that enables you to configure custom workflows, processes, methodologies, and convert spreadsheets into instant enterprise-grade applications. With integrated real-time, no-code custom analytics, KPIs, reports, you're able to create documents using the data that you capture through the application or process, as well as create templates that you could use. Now, what does AutoCode AI do that is different than other solution providers? Now, today, companies use low-code solutions where it is a mixture of code that is auto-generated using a low-code platform, and then you augment it with code, and then you go through DevOps and put it into production. Part of what you also do is you manage the different versions of the code, etc., and all of those additional overheads that come with that. This is typically very intensive. It saves time. It helps you generate 80-90% of the code, but the last 10% takes forever and it's very expensive. Uh, with the more recent development in the past few years, there are artificial general intelligence solutions that are available that generate code, and then you take the code, validate that the code is correct, assemble the code, and then put it through DevOps so that you can take it into production. Now, these solutions use expensive hardware, and consequently, the costs are quite high. What you do is take the code, modify it, and use it. Now, in terms of managing the different versions of the code, the issues start developing in terms of once you modified the code, what do? You either have to manually maintain it, or if you go back and get new code generated, you got to merge everything back together. And that's again a lot of headache. And again, you have to manage all of the code and use DevOps as well. So this again gets pretty complex in terms of what you do, quite similar to what you do with manual development. Symbiome has developed a deterministic autocode AI solution that enables you to define your processes, define your data, define your reports using reverse AI prompts, and you can turn around and use it immediately. You are not managing code, you are not deploying code, you're not worried about enterprise security because it is built in, and you're not worried about scalability because that is also built in. The platform takes care of everything for you. Uh, there is no hallucinations here, whereas with AI, since it's a probabilistic way of doing things, there are chances that the code coming out can be incorrect, and you have to go fix it every time. With AutoCode AI, it generates repeatable code 100% of the time. And this is not code that you are going to manage. It automatically manages it for you, and you just use the application in a browser. Again, as I said before, Symbiome really has developed a scalable multi-tenant full stack AutoCode AI SaaS platform. And why are all of these words critical and important, right? Platforms out there, they do different things, and in some cases, you're integrating with another application, or you have to write APIs. Here, when we say full stack AutoCode AI, you don't do any of that. The system handles everything automatically for you. If you have to add fields to the data store, the system takes care of it. You just need to specify in your prompting what you are requiring it to do. Uh, So from a code point of view, you really don't have anything to do except using the reverse prompts to let the AI know what you're looking to do. Now, scalability is a big issue, right? You have to design everything to be scalable. Symbiom's architecture for AutoCode AI automatically takes care of the scalability, and you don't have to worry about it. And as I said earlier, enterprise grade security is also built in, so you don't have to worry about security and how it impacts your application. So a lot of smaller companies don't have a lot of resources who can work on this. So you may not have somebody who's an expert on security. We've taken care of it for you. Your analyst and a junior developer can actually work on the Autocode AI platform and be able to give you everything you need to run your business from an operations point of view. The next thing is some people may ask, why do I care about multi-tenant? You do care about multi-tenant because if you are a small company, if you need to deploy things in a single tenant environment, what happens is you got to procure the hardware, procure all of the additional software, and it has to be set up. All of that adds to cost. In a multi-tenant environment, you're just signing and using it. Since we've already taken care of uh, how multiple tenants can work in a single environment, you don't have to worry about that. Symbiome has already taken care of that. And you don't have to, again, you don't have to deploy code. So there's a lot of things that you do even with a AI-based code generator or other no-code platforms, you don't have to do here with Symbiome. Now, what does that all mean? It means you can generate your custom solutions at a fraction of the cost and time. Uh, so you're basically configuring and using, and the cost is, you can reduce your total cost of ownership by up to 95%. Now, how do we do this? So we have created for enterprises a couple of modules that you go and use and modify using the AutoCode AI technology. Now, there is two types of work predominant in an enterprise. One is the work people do as part of their day-to-day work, and the second part is people provide support to other people, and we've kind of differentiated these two because these are two different types of work and they require different types of solution. So first, let's talk about work management, right? You have different teams doing different things, and a process consists of different teams doing different tasks to complete whatever it is that you need to get done, right? Um, in terms of AutoCode AI, what we've done is we're basically giving you the tools to configure everything, configure your process, configure your data, and you get the output that you can start using immediately. We have built the enterprise in, right? The teams, divisions, etc. They're all pre-built, so you just need to configure your teams, configure resources, and then you configure your data sets, etc. Now, what if you don't want to do all the configuration yourself? We do have starter packages where we have different types of processes available. We'll talk about that in a different video so you can see where you have starter packages. You don't have to start from scratch. You can start using it, and you can modify it using AutoCode AI if you have the appropriate license for that. Servizo is another module where you can provide help from across your enterprise to people who need help. Example would be, you have your business help desk, you can have your technology help desk, right? You have your HR help desk, payroll, a lot of different types of teams provide help to your internal as well as external customers. So you need to be able to manage that. Now, We have also provided you an AutoCode AI module that you can configure this. Again, even as we said with work, you can customize your data. Even with support, the different teams can collect different types of data that helps them provide that support. So everything is completely configurable. Again, no code, right? Now going back to the next step, right? How do we do this at a process level? So we need to show you, how we define a process. A process is simply a sequence of steps, not necessarily happening in the exact sequence all the time. You need to be able to go back and forth. And for each of these steps, it accomplishes a certain task, right? And in order to accomplish, move to the next step, you typically collect some data, collect some documents, etc. And so we can define the data for each step. And here, we've shown a pretty in a simple process, a powerful process, but it's simple. There are complexities within it, and so at a high level, if your process can be defined like this is a arbitration process, right? Where two parties come together and they have difference of opinion, and there needs to be an arbitration, and this is a process that's typically used for something like this. And there's different data that we collect. Now, the number of data fields shown here is not a lot of fields, but typically, when you get into a little bit more complex medium, even something with the medium complexity, you have 30, 40 fields in each of these steps. And Symbiom is designed to handle all of that. You can have unlimited number of data fields in each step, and there are rules you can set up, behaviors you can set up, etc. Now, once you set this up and put it in, you're done. Symbiont takes over from here, and you can start using the application. As part of these definitions, there is additional security that is also captured if you decide to set up security for the processes, and it'll enforce it based on who's logged in. Now, we talked about the process definition. What do we do with the process definition, right? So we have the process definition is captured using reverse AI prompts. For example, you know, we start by getting the data set definitions and the data field definitions, as well as rules and behaviors. If you look at this list of data fields we capture, a definition of that data set. We capture field definitions and also rules and behaviors. That's one part of the process, right? You don't have to worry about, well, am I capturing all the right information? A reverse AI prompt automatically lets you know what you need to be capturing, and you simply provide the answers to it. And then, there is the process definition itself, which is really the process steps. And that's also captured using a work definition and process definition screen, which is the reverse AI screen. Now, so you can set up different types of work with different processes, and you turn around and use it. Now, the one thing that I have been emphasizing over and over again is you're not handling code. So what happens to all of this and the code that comes out? Actually, the platform is the code. So once you define everything, the platform takes over and it manages everything for you, and your end users just log in and use the application. Now, how do we go from here? What does it really do, right? Uh, so your process starts out like what we showed in the previous screen. And if you notice, the system automatically converts it into process steps here, data set definition here. And in addition to it, to make it a whole application, we allow the uh, visualizations and metrics to be created, and also quick searches, etc., and then a list based on what you're looking to work on. So we automatically provide all of that. You can start very easily by just letting it do its default visualizations, or you can do customized visualization, or you can have no visualization at all. Same thing here with the quick search. You can set up an advanced search and then set up quick searches as well. That's available. So in essence, the process that I showed you earlier for the arbitration, was built in 28 minutes. The reverse AI prompts were filled in. It took 28 minutes to fill them in, and then the application was created and we were able to use it immediately. Now, if you have to go do that separately, depending on the skill of your developers, it probably takes you 3 to 6 months to get it done. Now here, you're done instantaneously. You get your users to start using it. If they provide feedback, again, you can make adjustment at the speed of business and don't have to worry about putting it through different phases, because the code is already, you're not changing code, you're changing a configuration, and the code and just checking to make sure the configuration provides the that you need. Again, there's no deployment at all, right? So here's the case of a application that was built with AutoCode AI, and you can see the complexity that it can handle as we go through the screen, and you see different types of inputs, discrete input like this, or you have multiple lines of discrete inputs. You do search and table like data, etc., etc., and the system automatically handles all of that for you. And again, like I said, it is a platform that you can go to market up to 100 times faster uh, with the 95% lower TCO. Um, Platform is the code. You can contact us at info@symbiome.com, or you can go to symbiome.com, where you can sign up for free and check out the platform. Thank you and appreciate your time. Hopefully, you get your hands dirty with the product itself. We also offer office hours, so it's free. You can join the office hours to get any questions answered, or if you're stuck somewhere, we'll help you out in the office hours. Good luck with trying our AutoCode AI product, and thank you once again for taking the time.